Wikileaks just released a bombshell about Hillary's health. This is really bad. It is worse than we thought. During the 2016 presidential election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, red flags were raised over Clinton's well-being after she had multiple health scares. Although doctors gave her a clean bill of health, she didn't seem to be very fit to run for office after cameras captured her passing out as she was escorted to her car. Hillary's team insisted she was fine and there was nothing to worry about, but people were very skeptical. The mainstream media assisted Mrs. Clinton at every turn by spinning the stories to work in her favor, but now the truth is being revealed and it's worse than Hillary ever expected. We are fortunate that Hillary didn't win and Donald Trump is in office, but if she had been elected, it would most certainly have been a disaster. Newly released documents are being released that will reveal the truth. Everyone lied, including Hillary's doctor who covered for how sick she truly was. As it turns out, Hillary Clinton was diagnosed with a condition called subcortical vascular dementia, which is a type of dementia caused by widespread microscopic areas of damage to the deep layers of white matter in her brain, and her doctors hid it from the American people. Here is more from Liberty Unyielding. When then presidential candidate Hillary Clinton had her famous fainting episode, which necessitated her being escorted away from a campaign rally and helped into her waiting van, her personal physician played down the event, writing it off to a bout of pneumonia. Not everyone in the medical community was convinced, however. The day after Clinton's public collapse, a New York Times reporter who boasts an MD, after his name suggested she was sicker than her doctor was letting on and that further tests needed to be administered. To quell concerns about her fitness to serve as president if elected, her campaign released an update of a July 2015 letter from her doctor attesting to her overall good health. The only caveat voiced by Clinton's personal physician, Lisa Bardak of Mount Kisco, NY, was that she had developed two new medical conditions in 2016. A sinus and ear infection in the winter and pneumonia that month. Neither was permanent and would impair her ability to govern. Now a doctor's diagnosis from 2014 has been made public via Julian Assange that reveals that Clinton shows signs of advancing subcortical vascular dementia after AMMSE. Mini mental state examination was performed. The patient performed significantly lower on today's test than when tested in 2013. The patient is also showing signs of having more complex partial seizures. The doctor who made the diagnosis, Lisa Bardak of Mount Kisco, NY, symptoms can include short-term memory, changes in speech, forgetfulness, an unsteady gait, clumsiness, frequent falls, and changes in personality or mood, most likely in the form of apathy, irritability, and depression. These symptoms were on full display on a regular basis throughout the 2016 presidential race. For instance, remember when Hillary Clinton was speaking during a campaign rally, it appeared that she had a momentary blackout and dizzy spell which fortunately was caught on camera. Then there was the time that Hillary Clinton froze in mid-sentence and a secret agent had to prompt her to continue speaking. Hillary Clinton should never have been cleared by doctors to run for president in the first place. Fortunately, the American people weren't stupid enough to allow her to lead the country, so we dodged a bullet there. It's just shocking how hard the liberal media backed Hillary until you realize that she has them in her back pocket. But that's nothing new. The Democrats don't care who gets hurt as long as they are in power. They know that if they lose the power, they won't be able to afford those fancy dinners and massive houses. The pockets depend on Trump being removed from office, and that's why they pushed so hard during the election and after. It looks like we won't ever have to suffer a Hillary presidency. And with Donald Trump in office, we can finally get back on track and continue to be the greatest country in the world.